I have no idea. My Unreal just decided it wanted to use 100% of my CPU and caused the entire computer to nearly, honestly, probably shut down and crash. So, actually, Van, this is part 3 because the first stream also crashed. I think I just need to take my computer outside and dust it out. I think it's probably been a while since I've dusted it. And I don't know that I have the best, I don't know that I have the best ventilation right now. So I should probably. But yeah, I literally just clicked play on Unreal and it was like, oh, I'm gonna use 96% of your CPU. And everything was just frozen for a good, I don't know, like a minute or two. And then I looked at Streamlabs and it said, stream disconnected, attempting to reconnect. Tell Goofball to stop hogging the internet? He's not even home. I do not have compressed air at the... I got that green gas for the airsoft stuff. Shouldn't use that though. I think I have some compressed air. So. Now we gotta let all the assets preload in Unreal again. So let me press escape and let Unreal freeze for 20 seconds until it loads setting. Oh, speak of the man, my action figure. Time, we were just talking about you. About time you joined. We were just talking about your music. I showcased them the one with the vocals. Or I Alright, I teased it, yeah. Play it again, you're here. Alright, well, for those that are in the stream, we're about to play unreleased music. So enjoy. And this time, Van, I'll let it play all the way out. Project Onyx Volume 2, Track 3. I think that's what I have it called. Oh, that's loud. Guess what? Some of the other unreleased ones. Yeah. That's why he's the yo. This one's probably my favorite from the album, other than the first one I played. He was the daily Unreal Freeze. That's so sick. Wait, here's what happens if we send this over at an angle. Where's it gonna land? That's so sick. I love that. Oh, have fun at work. That's gonna be so sick to like throw that into a launch pad and mark somebody as they don't cross it or something. It's going to be cool. Oh, okay. That is now officially Launchpad's done for now, other than particle effects. They both have their animations, they both have their launch, they both have their like noise, and they both have their launch animation. What I want to do... Actually, I probably should end stream. A 14-minute, a 3-hour and 10-minute, and then another 12-minute stream. I don't know. I probably should take out my computer and dust it, especially before I stream next time. But I'm happy. We got basically exactly what I wanted to get done with the launch pads done. I need to do definitely some... I'm going to do some off-screen mining. And I'm going to do some more work on the weapon system. I'll probably work on creating the... Actually, we can do that on stream. I was going to say I'm going to work on creating the burst. The whatchamacallit? The burst fire type or fire mode. So, you know, for... Because the... Actually, what am I doing? I can do some smart stuff here. Yeah. The silenced pistol is supposed to be a burst silenced pistol. So we can work on that tonight. Or not tonight. Tomorrow. Yeah. I would definitely have to order some thermal paste for that. But, because I don't have any on me at the moment, but actually I'm curious. The old double jump is pretty bad. I wonder if this one... That I didn't even touch the launch pad. I pressed it early. Actually, Van, you will definitely get a key before the vertical slice, because we're going to need as many people as we can to, you know, film some footage, and I'm going to need some body doubles. So whoever's free, we're going to, like, plan a day to get as many people as we can into a game and just, you know, record some stuff for the, like, mini trailers. So they're just going to be probably, like, little 20-30-second videos saying, hey, I'm hosting a vertical playtest for my game. You know, here's the rules. Here's the rundown. You know, it's bare minimum content, 3 guns, 3 abilities. You know, blah 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 blah. Like, I'll just lay out the bare minimum content, or you know, like what the vertical test is going to be. Then it's going to be like, you know, here's a little bit of gameplay. And then it'll just be like, if you're interested, come join the Discord. You know, come get, you know, be ready on this day to get your key. And so, we'll need some body doubles, because I'm just going to be flying around with a controller while you guys play, basically. Because replay is still super laggy, so I don't want to rely on replay to get the clips. I'm going to have to do it in real time in the game. So I'll definitely have to work on some of my spectating settings to be able to, like, attach myself to you guys so I can, like, follow you guys around the map. And, like, I might add like a smooth cam kind of feature where I can move around, but it's like super accelerated. That way I can get just nice, smooth gameplay. I'll have to mess around with all that, but yeah, so you'll probably get a key early. I do have a spectate feature. It's hidden behind the debug menu right now, so if I do Shift 2, that opens up my debug menu. As you can see, there's not a lot in here yet. I haven't fully like fleshed this out. In the player tab, you'll be able to do things like give yourself abilities and equipment and stuff. Well, yeah. That's what it'll be. Because right now, yeah, if I toggle spectator, it puts me into a spectator cam. So that's what I'm saying. Like, I'll just fly around freely and just kind of like watch you guys. But I want some options. I want a button to be able to like open up a spectator settings menu that I can like set, like I can set a player as like a target, and it'll like set their mesh as the target, and it'll like smoothly track them. That way I can just worry about moving, and then it'll just automatically track a target smoothly, so I don't have to worry about getting a perfect camera on you guys. I can just do it like that, and it's like, and I might be able to like code some stuff of like, oh, all the players in the field of view, kind of do like this, the Rocket League auto director camera, if you know that, where it'll like automatically adjust the FOV and stuff. I might be able to code like an auto director where it takes everybody within a certain FOV and it tries to like maintain the camera on them, like it tries to center the camera on them, or like it takes the averaged positions of the players and looks the camera at that spot, and then like also adjust the FOV. That way I can just focus on flying around, and the auto camera will worry about looking and framing and everything. So like I don't, that's too many controls to be moving, looking, controlling the FOV, controlling the camera speed. Like that's just too much. If I just grab a controller, I just want to fly around and just control the height and depth. So in order to make it easier for me, I'm gonna have to code in some tools, and it'll I can't speak. It will literally, goodness gracious, it will literally be just, we're just gonna, hey, hop in a game, here's these maps, play on these maps, and just literally play. I'll spectate some of you guys from first person, I'll spectate some of you guys from third person. I'll just get a bunch of footage, and then if you want a shot at editing some of them, I'll send some of them to Savage, I'll send some of them to you. It'll probably be a 3v1 if Sindred's there. So, yeah. So yeah, I definitely need to work on some of the spectate settings, but like it'll be smoother if it's automatically being handled by the system, because even on a controller, like if I pull out the controller right now, yeah, it is plugged. Like, yeah, see, I can get some smooth gameplay by using a controller. Like I can get some smooth camera spectating, but like if you guys are constantly changing directions, I'm not gonna, like, I'm gonna be like flicking to follow up with you guys. But if the camera's automatically handling that, then I don't have to worry about that. I can just worry about flying around and getting some nice smooth, orbit cams of stuff. And if we have dude, if I can get the dual wielding and assassinations done on this 5-day weekend, holy moly, guys, imagine. Those are the kind of things that, the reason why I'm bringing them back is because people, the fans, want those back. Why did Halo Infinite remove assassinations? Why did nothing after Halo 3 have dual wielding? Those are the features. Bringing those classic features back, but in a modern game that still has a retro vibe, like not only with my action figures music, again, goated music, not only with his music of being that like 80s synth, but also just kind of the vibe of the game being a kind of stylized, stylized almost retro 80s. That's the plan. I really hope so, because Campaign Evolved ain't having multiplayer, so they're not getting any fans from that, or they're not getting any multiplayer fans. They're apparently working on a second game, but like, yeah, if I just tell people, look, this is, I don't have any artists on my team. This is just what I've been able to do by myself, basically, with, a few artists helping out. Like these weapon models, I didn't make these. I couldn't make these if I wanted to. But like dual wielding, oh baby, imagine Because it's literally Titanfall movement with Halo 3 dual wielding and like Halo Reach. I wouldn't even say Halo Reach. Halo 5 gameplay, I would say, but with Titanfall movement and with dual wielding. Like showing all of that in a single clip, showing somebody with dual SMGs, you know, thrusting into a slide and like sliding up behind somebody and like meleeing them in the back and assassinating, like showing all of those things in one singular clip. If we do it right and we make it look cool and we have the sounds, I feel like that could immediately capture people's hearts. Just showing like, you know, look at the stuff you can do in this game. So that's the idea. But dude, I freaking love launch pads. Yeah, dual wielding is one of those things that I'm super excited for. It's going to be a little tough to balance because I am not going about dual wielding the same way that Halo is. Like with how I have it, you can swap weapons and keep it dual wielded. So you can hold technically up to 4 weapons at once, because you could have like dual SMGs and then you swap to dual pistols. So you can technically have 4 weapons at once. And that makes you question, oh, well, how's the balancing of that? What's the downside of dual wielding? Well, the downside is you get slightly more spread, and each weapon itself does slightly less damage. But combined, they will deal more. So like you're gonna want to dual wield to have more damage output, but you also have to like design that around your playstyle. If you like precise gunplay, dual wielding pistols is not going to be the play, because you're going to lose accuracy on those pistols since you're dual wielding it. But you'll have better damage output. I wouldn't say unless point blank. Damage ranges are probably going to be the same. It's just the damage itself is going to be lowered, probably like 0.75, because if you take 2 values of 0.75 and add them to each other, that's still 1.5 of the base damage. So it's something around there, maybe 0.6, maybe 0.65, maybe 0.7, 0.75, somewhere around there. We'll have to balance it. And that's the thing, is we're going to have to run these playtests before the vertical slice. That way the vertical slice is slightly balanced. But like, you know, grand total, it'll probably be... I knew you were going to say something. Grand total, the actual damage output will probably end up being around 1.2 or 1.25 is what I'm kind of designing around. That's what in my mind feels like it'd be a good number. But we obviously need to test that. So... But you're going to have less spread, so you're not going to be able to laser somebody from across the map like you know, with this pistol, I can hit this guy from across the map. It's kind of hard to hit his head because he's so small. And he spawned here. Well, he's not small anymore. Get in the launch pad. I blasted him too far. But like, you know, something like this, like you're not going to be able to just laser them across the map like this. It's probably going to have something more like the spread of the SMG or something. Like it'll be... We'll have to balance it. Like there's so many values I can tweak. There's recoil, there's spread, there's damage. There's fire rate, technically. I could lower the fire rate of a gun, though I think that might be a little too much. I don't know if I'd want to change the fire rates on the guns. I think I would want to keep those the same. But yeah, I think changing things like spread, damage, and recoil are going to be the 3 main things. So like you could dual wield SMGs. Obviously that's going to be a lot more recoil though. Especially if you're just dual wielding both of them. Like you're just going to have an insane amount of recoil. You're going to have to really counteract that. So there's some downsides, but there's also some pluses. You get to look cool. Sliding around with dual SMGs around a corner is going to look absolutely sick. Imagine a dude just drifting your slide around a corner with two SMGs. Like, that's going to look sick. That's going to sound sick. Yeah, it's going to be cool. So, but yeah, I think that's good for this stuff. I'm going to go get some food. And probably you got fired. No, you didn't. Unless you actually did, in which then that sucks. But I don't believe you for a second. Brother. Freaking stupid. Also, you need to change your name on YouTube to not be Vector Z. You need to change it to be Cora or Millie. Alright, well, hurry up and finish your conversations because I'm about to end stream. Because I need to go get food. I am hungry. I ordered food at 9 a.m. and it is now 3. And I haven't eaten any of the food I ordered. He's probably dropping a couple Twix, if you know what I'm saying. Thank you. Yeah, what I'm probably gonna work on tonight is just, again, the tedious stuff. Like I know you're always saying, Van, that makes for good streams, but like this stuff, like cleaning up this function, making it cleaner, making it more modular, and building it into now, because this is hit scan code. This is hard coded into the weapon. This does not need to be hard coded into the weapon. Stuff like the burst counter stuff does not need to be hard coded into the weapon. So like, I need to make this stuff into my hit scan component and make it cleaner. I'm just gonna do that tonight. That's my goal tonight, is kind of finish up the weapon system. I need to get picking up weapons to work, because, you know. Oh, that gave me no speed. I need to fix that. Like if I pick up this SMG, you see it shows the reticle, but there's no SMG in my hand and I can't shoot or anything. I can still melee, and it's playing all the right animations.
You're the new leader.
But like, I can't do anything. I can switch to the assault rifle and I can switch back to the SMG, but it doesn't actually work. So I definitely need to fix that. That way we can get back and actually start picking up weapons off people's dead bodies and whatnot. So I'm just gonna, that's my goal for tonight, is finish, kind of get the weapon system back up to its full functionality, and get that working, so that tomorrow we can work on the silenced pistol and getting the burst fire rate on that to work, and then we'll probably work on dual wielding too. Yeah, I do need to add fist, because the issue is when you drop your gun like that, I just dropped it, I don't have a gun in, like, actually let me restart. I don't know why I do that. There's keybinds that I can press. If I drop my gun, I get kind of just broken. I can't do anything because I don't have a gun. So I need to create like a fists weapon that is always on your player. Maybe I'll make it like Apex, where if you hold your switch weapon key or something. Millie oof, there we go. That's what I'm talking about.
You're in the lead.
But like, yeah, I need to make a fists like animation set. Yeah, it's so heavy. It's like, oh, every time I jump, I have to like carry the air with me. But yeah, I definitely need to make a fist animation set. But that's also a fire rate thing, is I have to make the melee fire mode. That way, whenever you melee with the fists, it actually plays a melee, like a punch animation, not the knife. The knife is only supposed to be used when you're holding a gun. If you're holding a melee weapon, it should use the melee weapons animations. So, I don't know if that's going to be in for the vertical test, or the vertical slice, but also, I can't... Oh, wait, yeah, I can't wait for this kind of stuff. Where you're like, go long! That's going to be so fun. Let's go. I'm so cracked. Dude, throwing weapons I think is actually going to be peak. Like, if you run over to the sniper and you grab the sniper, you can chuck it up to somebody that's on high ground in your team. Like, that's going to be one of those features that I think could be fun. I don't think it's going to be one of those like intuitive features, because we never use it in game, but we also don't really play a lot of team stuff, and there's not a lot of weapons to drop and throw. But like, you know, somebody The clip that I've always wanted to do in like a trailer is like if somebody ground pounds you or somebody uses the vortex field and pushes you off the map, or a grenade pushes you off the map. Yeah, you're gonna treat it like a fake flash in Valorant or CS:GO, where you start chucking nades and you trick people into thinking you're throwing a nade. Like, I think that'd be a cool trailer moment to have somebody like blast you off the map, but you've got like a sniper. So you look at your teammate and you tell them, "Hey, I'm throwing this at you." You chuck the sniper at them, and like, I don't know, the enemy team grapples it out of the air, or it actually flies to your teammate and they catch it, equip the sniper, and then like headshot somebody. That would make for a pretty cool trailer moment. Or like something with rockets, you know, catching the rockets midair, like running and jumping and catching it midair, and then looking down and shooting it at some players. Like, I could see those being some cool, like having some cool moments. So the weapon throwing, I think, is going to be fun. But I don't know if I want like a throw animation. So let's get a script going, bruh. Honestly, we'll get there when we start implementing all the other weapons and getting more content in the game. I can see you chucking the flag like a javelin. That could be funny. So long, and you just chuck the flag down the map. I don't know how I'm gonna balance that. That's gonna be interesting to see about balance, but yeah. Alrighty, I've talked long enough. I don't know if I'll stream same time tomorrow or if I'll try to stream afternoon tomorrow, because morning I'm going on a hike somewhere. I don't know where yet. My brother needs to get back to me on that, but I might not have the energy to stream in the morning. In the afternoon maybe, but I will stream every single day of my days off, so you have my word, or at least I'll try to. So on that note, thanks everyone for watching. I'm gonna go get food and go the rest of the weapon stuff, like I said, so I shall talk to you guys later. So, see ya.